Hi, it's Sherri from A Quilting Life, and I'm here today to share my brand new Poinsettia Stars Block of the Month. I am super excited about this quilt. I'm really excited about the pattern. It's in an 8.5 by 11-inch booklet size with a full page for every single block. There are 12 unique star blocks, and there are just so many details to share. Plus, I have information if you are interested in getting a kit for this quilt. So before we get started, let me give you just a few details. First of all, I want to let you know that this quilt is not my free block of the month for 2026. I will have a separate free block of the month for 2026 where, just like I've been doing for the past, I think 8 years, first Monday of the month, a new free block pattern with a video, and we'll keep doing that just the same as always. But this is just a standalone block of the month pattern. It's meant for anyone to get the pattern and make it on their own, or it's also perfect for shops to use for their block of the month programs or quilt guilds. So that's just a little bit about that. Fat Quarter Shop has decided to do kits for this quilt, and these poinsettia and pear fabrics that I used will be available in May, and so that's when the kits will be available. But you can go now, and we'll have a link in the description where you can let Fat Quarter Shop know that you are interested in this, and then they will send you an email when those kits are ready for you to purchase. Okay, and so with that, let's go ahead and get started and take an up-close look at the Poinsettia Stars Block of the Month. The pattern booklet is an 8.5 by 11 booklet. It has 16 pages of instructions inside, and it does take a fat eighth bundle. You need 3/8 of a yard for these 9-patch cornerstones. I use the red gingham. This is the low volume print for the sashing. You need 5/8 of a yard for that. This outer border, I used the red fabric with the pears, and that was a yard. There are 3 1/8 yards of background, and I did use 3/4 of a yard of the green gingham for the binding, and I used the 60-inch wide cheater fabric for the backing, which I thought was just absolutely perfect. I want to show you the 12 blocks, just one at a time. First, let me mention that the all-over quilting was done by my friend Marion. She did a fabulous job with it. Okay, and you can make the blocks in any order. I sort of laid them out in the quilt just in an aesthetically pleasing way. I didn't go from easiest to hardest, but you definitely could, if you wanted to do that, you could sew the blocks in a different order. For example, this is probably the easiest block in the quilt right here. If you wanted to start with that one, if you're a beginner, you could definitely do that. Okay, so this is block number 1, and I just absolutely love it. It actually is a lot more simple than it looks. There's a kind of a really fun technique that you use to make these units. This is our Ohio star block with some little accents in the corners. And then another kind of a double star with accents. So if you're a shop and you're working on classes with this, it's great because you can teach your students lots of fun techniques. And if you're just sewing along on your own, you can also just kind of take it one block at a time. Okay, this is the 4th block, and I really had fun just kind of putting the fabrics and colors in here together. Another reason I wanted to show every block in this video is I get lots of questions, and if you are, once the fabrics are available, sewing the quilt with these exact same fabrics, you'll be able to return to this video and look at all the blocks and see the fabric placement. Also, I did just use the fat eighth bundle for this quilt, and so I really had to make sure that I was utilizing my fabrics well. Okay, this is block 5. love this print. It was so fun to put it in the center. And again, just a double sawtooth star with some half square triangles. And then over here, this is the one that I mentioned that is probably the easiest block in the quilt. More of a star flower is what I've always kind of called that block. Okay, let's look at 7, 8, and 9. So more just little different twists on sawtooth stars and double stars with different corner accents. This was a lot of fun. Another Ohio star, but this time I have a different accent in the corners. And then another, sawtooth star with a star border. I really love this design. If you love this block, I have a quilt that uses this block called Fresh Flowers. So you might want to make that. I think it might be a different size block, but it's the same layout. So again, this is another Ohio star variation. We've got the blocks coming here and the contrast center, and another sawtooth star variation. Again, I had a lot of fun utilizing all the different fabrics and different accents in the corners. And then this one I'm calling a pinwheel star, and it has the accents with the green and the red, and I used 4 different fabrics here. I really did make this block last, and I was picking out fabrics that were left over to make this star and make it just as scrappy as I could. The 9 patch for the cornerstones, they go together really easily, and this is strip pieced as well. So that is the Poinsettia Stars block of the month. It really is beautiful in our poinsettia and pear fabrics. I think it would be beautiful in red, white, and blue. I just can't wait for someone to make it in a collection like that. And it would be great in just your favorite everyday fabrics as well. So again, if you are interested in getting a kit, you will need to head to that link in our description and click on that Notify Me button so that you can find out when those kits are available. Okay, so that's it for the Poinsettia Stars block of the month. I hope you enjoyed learning about this project. I really do love this one. It's near and dear to my heart. There are 12 unique star blocks, and I know you're going to have a wonderful time making this quilt, whether you sew along on your own or whether you wait and get a kit or sew along with a group of friends, or maybe a guild or a quilt shop that you know that's hosting a sew along. So anyway, all of the details are in the description below. You can buy the pattern now, but I did want to let you know that the pattern does come with the kits. So if you are purchasing a kit from Fat Quarter Shop, you won't need to get the pattern. It will be available as part of that kit. If you enjoyed today's video, please share it with a friend, hit the like button, and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Thanks so much for stopping by.